Yes, guys, welcome back to the Third Off Pod. And today we're going to be doing a fun game. We're going to be doing 10 trades between Michael, who's a City supporter, and 10 trades for Liverpool, who's a Jimmy is a supporter of Liverpool. So basically, how this is going to work is Michael is going to be the manager of City, and Jimmy is going to be the manager of Liverpool. And I'm going to give them 10 trades to see if they would do them or not, basically. Okay. So our first trade is going to be for Michael to give Omar Marmoush and Jeremy Doku to Jimmy for Chiesa and Szoboszlai. So we've actually written down these answers before time, and I'm just going to read them to you now. So Jimmy basically said that Szoboszlai is better than Marmoush and Doku, which is kind of outrageous take. He just basically said Szoboszlai by himself is better than them two.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what I mean.
Okay. And Michael said that no, get money for Marmoush if he goes, and he's a good backup striker, and also Doku is on form.
But
So,
it's
do you
so much
guys have
more fair.
anything?
That's Jim Saban, by the way.
Do you have anything else to back up your claims? Michael, you can go first.
No, you pretty much said it for me. Like, one club will eventually get Marmoush for like enough money that we can buy someone else. And Doku's on good form until he got injured. So I'm not gonna like realistically, yes, Vozlai's good, but no, I'm not switching it for Marmoush and Doku. Like, I don't need Chiesa. Like Chiesa is absolutely like useless. Like Doku's
Fair.
basically just a better Chiesa, and then
Yeah,
I will
no,
take
I think
Vozlai.
Chiesa, I don't even think Chiesa needs to be in this equation because he's basically irrelevant in
I think
terms of
Chiesa's been doing pretty good this season. As a Liverpool fan, wouldn't you say that Chiesa has probably been playing the most out of the season?
who?
I think Chiesa's been playing better than Mo Salah this
Yeah, no, but
season.
Mo Salah's been crap this season.
All right, whatever. Let's just go into number two. So this is a very big one. For Jimmy, 25-year-old Florian Wirtz and Kirkers for Foden and Turkey. So Jimmy, guess what you said?
I said no.
Yeah, you said no, and you need to give your new signings time. And you said that Wirtz was in form now, which I think is quite ridiculous to say.
Have you been watching his
Michael,
games? He's been so good. He's been class.
Michael
Yes,
also said,
one
Michael
goal, two
also
assists.
said, Michael also said no because Foden and Turkey are very in form right now for the bum verts, basically. So anything else to add on, boys?
I think Wirtz by himself, he's been fantastic lately. And I think
What you
Kirkez,
want? You want Wirtz for Foden and Cherky?
no, I'm saying he's good and Kirkez is also he hasn't been the best, but you've seen what he can do when he plays in form. And I feel like he fits in our team really well. And I think Wirtz and Kirkez just need time to settle in and they'll be class. And whoever's been watching the Liverpool games, I know Jake doesn't watch Liverpool games because he's a fake fan, but like I feel like Wirtz and Kirkez, when they come into form, will be great for Liverpool and even maybe future captains.
Yeah, I respect him
So
like 5 or 6 years, but like on like the point of saying like I trade Foden and Cherky for Wirtz and Kirkez? Currently, definitely not. Like just on form and
Yeah.
by talent, no.
to be
So
honest,
yeah.
I was quite surprised, Jimmy, that you said no, because I think Foden and Wirtz are of a similar level, but Foden is more proven in the Premier League, and I think that for a winning team, he definitely provides more value, even though Wirtz might be like straight up the better player. Also, Kirk has to Turkey. Turkey clearly clears him. Turkey's so
Yeah,
talented,
no.
and I think
So what I
he's
was
one of the
thinking
best
was
young players.
like the
Mhm.
difference between Wirtz and Foden is much larger than the difference between Kirkez and Cherky for me.
What? So are you saying that Wirtz is better than Foden?
Yes, 100%. A hundred
That's
times
ridiculous.
better.
Right, we could wrap it up now, but we won't.
As a neutral, I think that's quite ridiculous, Michael.
Well, you're not
So
watching Liverpool's games in the first place, so you're
Yeah,
not allowed to
Liverpool
comment.
fans, Liverpool fans when Wirtz ends the season with 5 goals and assists, but he creates space for the other midfielders, right? Yeah, this is
yeah,
stupid.
No,
Foden
how
clearly
many
clears
games
him
have you
this
watched
season
this season? No, Jake, how many games have you
of
watched this season
Liverpool,
with
like
Liverpool?
6 or 7.
So you're selectively choosing which games to pick, and you're watching them based on highlight reels. So
I'm
you
not
can't
watching highlight
see.
reels, bro.
So
I
you're
know
just
Wirtz
not
has
watching
been.
him in general.
Wait,
So you're just not watching in general.
I
So
know
you just
Wirtz has
don't
been playing
know.
better. I know Wirtz
You're
has been
you're
playing
a
better,
fan
but
based on social media. You only get things off Instagram and TikTok. Like you
mate,
haven't actually
Foden,
watched the full 90 minutes.
Foden has been absolutely on form. Like
I know
much more.
that, but Wirtz will be good, and I would not
no, but
trade Wirtz for Foden
yeah, oh
Yeah,
yeah,
but
yeah,
at
Foden
yeah,
is
all.
yeah, no,
good.
No, yeah, Wirtz will probably get in form in about like 2 years' time. But you're talking about now. You're talking about now. Would you trade a current Wirtz for a current Foden?
No, I'm saying Wirtz is in form right now. I'm saying he's
More
in
in
good form
More,
form
right
than
now.
Phil Foden.
more on form
Not
than
more
Foden.
in form, but I
So
wouldn't trade this because I know I'm looking into the future, and I don't think Foden is a good solution for that.
So you think that Wirtz has more potential than Foden?
Much more potential, a lot more.
Foden
He's
is a
got Ballon
proven.
d'Or
Foden's a
potential.
proven.
He's got Ballon d'Or
flip.
potential.
Okay, let's just move on. Let's just move on. No, no, no. Okay, Nico O'Reilly for Rio and Gamoa. So, Jimmy, what'd you say? What
I
guess what
think
you said?
yes.
Yeah,
I think
okay. You said
yes.
that even though Rio is fantastic, Slot isn't going to develop him well, so I think he's not going to improve. And Liverpool need more defensive depth, and Riley is just class. Well, to be honest, with the first part of that, I don't agree. I think City would develop Rio worse than City would, because I feel like Pep would turn him into a robotic winger like he has in the past, and I
Yeah.
think that
Well,
Scott does like to give his wingers freedom, so I don't agree.
have you seen how many minutes Slot has given Rio?
He's
Have you
17.
seen?
You can't he's 17.
He
You
gets
can't
one
expect that.
minute every 3 games. He's not
Yeah,
getting
because
any
he's
experience.
17. There's not a single 17-year-old that can
He's
start in the
not. He's
Premier
not
League
getting
right
any
He's
now.
first
playing
team
him
minutes.
over Gak. He's not playing him over Gakpo, and Gakpo is playing like Darwin Núñez.
Gakpo is not that. Gakpo is not
Yeah,
that
Gecko's
being
good.
that bad recently. Like
Yes, he
in the Fulham game.
has. No, you don't understand. You haven't been watching the games. You can't make these judgments without watching the games beforehand.
Okay, I'm looking here. Gakpo has created top 10% chances created. Top 20% shot attempts. Like you can't expect. To
All
be
of his
fair,
shots are the exact same thing. Is
I
he
do
just cuts
understand.
in and he
I
get
know.
blocked straight away.
And I do understand that Rio should get minutes on the right, especially if like Frimpong is the only solution they have. Rio should get minutes, but you can't expect him to start, you know?
Yeah. Well,
Hmm.
also that, and I think we also need the defensive stability with O'Reilly because what we've got Frimpong playing up on the right wing. We've got Connor Bradley who's just been injured by Martinelli, not by Martinelli, but before that whole scrap thing. And then we've got no one at right back, or
Yeah.
we're forced to play Joe Gomez, and Joe Gomez is our only centre back um support.
Gakpo.
So if Kanate or Van Dijk gets injured, we're just cooked.
All right, yeah, okay. So Michael also said no because O'Reilly's playing really well and he would take him over Rio because he provides attacking threat as well as a good defensive left back. So I do agree with that. Let's go on to number four. I asked Michael, would he take Kanate plus 30 million for Gvardiol and Jimmy the other way around. So Jimmy said yes because Kanate is crap, straight up. And Michael said no because Guardiola's the only good defender in the team, which I don't agree with. I think Diaz has been solid and consistent for many years, but I do understand that he's
Yeah,
falling off.
he's been strong, but he's
Mm,
had like a lot of blunders. I wouldn't say consistent enough to be called consistent, but like right now, like I think Vardiol would be like by far the best defender we've seen like in our team this season. Like I get Ruben's been like, he's been better than he was last season, but still I take Vardiol over again, like you said, his attacking threat, but
yeah.
I think Vardio is just a bit more, defensively well shaped than Ruben, being able to play out the ball. Ruben's always a bit shaky, I think, in my opinion. So yeah,
Also,
like you said, I wouldn't take Vardio. I wouldn't take Kanate plus 30 million because Kanate is not worth the 30 million in itself. And so for Kanate plus 30 million, I'd be getting 30 million, and that's it.
yeah, I
So
do think
yeah,
Tanada's been crap this season. Like, Real Madrid were thinking of signing him right at the start of the season, but now
Yeah,
they've
and then they
completely
pulled
pulled
out.
out
Yeah.
because Kanate's just been terrible. No club wants him now, and so let's just move into the next one. And now we have a big trade of Nico Gonzalez, Tiani Reinders, and Bernardo Silva for McAllister and Gravenberch. So Jimmy said no because Nico Gonzalez and Reinders are both squad. Wait, no, no, no. This you made
I
a new
changed it. I
response.
changed it. I changed it.
Okay, you can just read out your new response. What you
I
say?
said I said yes because I realized that Reinders and Gonzalez have been playing consistently in Pep's squad, and I feel like Bernardo Silva also has the experience that probably McAllister and Gravenberch don't really have, and I think they haven't really hit their peak this season.
Yeah, well, to be fair, Gravenberch is only 23 and he's starting week in, week out. So,
And McAllister, he's always looked like he's wanting to move out of Liverpool. I think he might move to something like Real Madrid or some other Prem team eventually. So I think
And
maybe it's good
Like a
to,
big European or something. But
huh?
and Michael, for this one, Michael said no. If Szoboszlai is part of it, then yeah. But Bernardo provides experience. Reinders is working well as a centre mid, and Gravenberch is also good. And he also said that he doesn't really need McAllister to fit in the team because although he's good, like you don't need him, which I agree with. So
yeah,
now let's move on to. Oh, do you want to add something? Or
no, I was gonna say like you said, Gravenberch and McAllister are both really good like midfielders, but I wouldn't take a deal for Rangers, Nico Gonzalez, who's I guess playing okay and trying to fill Rodri's spot for like I think the past 3 or 4 months, and Bernardo Silva with his experience. So when all our injuries go out, when we get Rodri back, Kovacic back, we have a pretty strong midfield, and I don't think McAllister is needed for that. So yeah.
yeah, okay. And
Yep.
so let's move on to Diaz for Kanate plus Leone, who's had an ACL injury this season, but he showed a lot of promise in his FA Cup debut. Um, Jimmy said no, he wouldn't take Diaz because although he is good, Leone is amazing, has a lot of potential, and without Kanate, then Liverpool will have to rely on Joe Gomez, which is not like the most consistent player. And Michael said yes, because he loves Ruben Diaz, but he thinks that Kanate plays better as a centre back.
This
And
is
Leone is
in
good in this.
comparison to Ruben.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
we have, yeah, currently, because Akanji's gone to Inter. Ake, I don't think is the best. But we don't really have, I don't think our team has a squad depth in the back line. So if you're giving me two centre backs that can develop, hopefully, then yeah, I'll take it. That was
Okay.
basically the reasoning.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
now for number seven. This one was probably the biggest one, and I thought that it was a pretty fair trade for both sides. Actually, I thought Jimmy would say yes for this, but it was Erling Haaland for Ekatike, Wirtz, plus Frimpong. So Jimmy,
Why
you
would I
just said
say
no,
yes to that?
huh?
Yeah,
You
why would I
said
say yes
yeah,
to that?
explain. Because Haaland is like a guaranteed 30 goal striker for the next
Yeah,
10 years.
well, I think our three new signings, Ekatike, Wirtz, and Frimpong. Like Ekatike, he's hit it off really well. Like obviously, Haaland is probably a better solution than Ekatike. However, I feel like Ekatike does have that potential, and he's amazing. Like he's just really clinical in front of goal. So if it was just Ekatike, I would probably take it. And yeah, if it was probably
How is that
Ekatike
a
and
debate? What do you mean
Frimpong,
probably?
and if it
What do
was
you mean
Ekatike
probably?
and Frimpong, yeah, I'd probably take that. But then adding
Oh,
Wirtz
but
in,
yes, what a big difference
I
a
Wirtz is
week.
think
the game changer, yeah.
no, I think you guys are misunderstanding him. He's just been playing so well, and I don't know how you guys are looking at that like these games and thinking, "Oh my God, he's so crap. He should be sold
He's not
immediately." Like,
so crap, but this trade, I think it would favor Liverpool, especially since Ekitike is still young. He's still got years ahead of him. And also, you still got Isak on the left and also as a backup striker. So
but
even,
look, but we're losing three informed starters for one crazy striker. I don't think that's really a fair trade.
I would say yes to that if I were you. But Michael, do you want to explain why you said no to Ekitike, Wirtz, and
All right.
Frimpong for Haaland? Go on.
Okay. Frimpong, I've got as long as Mateus Nunes stays fit, O'Reilly stays fit, I don't think I need Frimpong.
Yeah.
Wirtz, like you said, he's a good player, but as I said before, with our midfield, when our full midfield is we have 7 or 8 good midfielders we can play, and the reason there's a thing for Pep Roulette
Name
is
them.
because there's so many.
Name those seven and eight. I
Okay,
want to hear.
Rodri, Nico Gonzalez, Kovacic once he comes back, Bernardo Silva, Phil Foden, Nico Gonzalez, Tijani Reinders, Ryan Cherky. That's 8.
Okay, yeah, fair
And
enough.
there's a depth there. So essentially, the trade is Haaland for Ekitike. So I'd take Haaland,
Yeah.
right? I think it's pretty
Well,
straightforward.
I think having like it's probably a no on both sides. It's like a lose-lose scenario for me.
Yeah.
Well, Michael, if you were Liverpool, would you take that trade?
Would I take Haaland for Wirtz, Frimpong, and Ekitike?
Yeah, pretend you were in Jimmy's shoes.
Probably not in the hopes that Frimpong and Wirtz, pull their Leverkusen form, like maybe towards the start of next season, or just getting in form, getting like better gel with the team. I think, like you said, they're all young players and they all have time to develop. So probably for now, no, even though Haaland is one of the best strikers in the world right now. I think you're giving away 3 players with talent and proven talent in other leagues. So I agree with Jim's point to, not do the trade.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. Now, number 8, we have a goalkeeper trade, and I was surprised that Michael said no, said yes to this. But it's 26-year-old Donnarumma for Allison, who is 33 plus 30 mil. So, Michael, why'd you say no to this? Why'd you say yes to
Donnarumma,
this? Why'd you say
yeah, I did
yes?
say yes to this actually. Donnarumma is like he's proven at PSG. He's a really good keeper, maybe
Yeah,
top 3 in the world right now, and I think
definitely.
he's a good player. But like, I do think Allison. I know he's old, but like realistically, keepers can go on for a bit longer. And like I think Allison's proven, he's been one of the best goalkeepers we've seen like the past 8, 10 years. And I'm getting an extra 30 mil, which you can invest in. So I think I just I don't think there's that big of a difference between like Donnarumma and Allison. I think Donnarumma might be a bit better, but I'm getting extra money for it, and Allison's not, the worst keeper in the world. So yeah.
I think in today's economy that this is a bad trade because Donnarumma has got what at least 10 years ahead of him. And Allison, if you push it to the absolute max, 5 years, right? And 30 mil won't give you a lot in today's football because of inflation. So I would not take this. But let's see what Jimmy said. Jimmy said yes, because Allison is on his last legs and he's looking pretty shaky, which I do agree with. And Donnarumma is younger. Donnarumma is younger and he has a lot more years at the top level. And also he can teach Mamdashvili for the future. So, Michael, Jimmy, you want to justify?
Oh yeah, I think Allison, he's not saving the things he used to save. He's not catching those balls anymore. He's just looking really shaky in his distribution as well. So I think he may become like a not very good player in the future. And I think Mamardashvili will have to take over in the next coming years. And I think if Donnarumma comes in, he'll be a good mentor and a good teacher for years to come. So Mamardashvili can eventually take over and become like a new Allison or a new Courtois, like one of the best in the world.
Mm. Okay. Number 9, Savinho plus Reinders for Isaac plus Gakpo. And I want, for this one, Jimmy, I want you to guess what Michael said. Do you think Michael said yes to Isaac plus Gakpo for Reinders and Savinho?
Um, I would probably say he said no.
And Michael, do you think Jimmy said yes or no?
For Reinders and Savinho.
Yeah, for Isaac and Gakpo.
I'd hoped he said yes, but I I think so.
Yeah, he kind of ridiculously said no. And I think that was a bad choice. He said that Reinders
No,
Why?
and you said Savinho and Reinders are not as good as Isak by himself.
Yeah, and I stand by that
So why?
because Isaac is he's crazy good. He's just so good. He's got
Jesus
potential to be
Christ.
like a
Yeah,
top three in the world.
For Newcastle. Yeah.
It doesn't matter what team. You see he scores goal. He's very injury prone, but it doesn't matter. He's just a goal scorer and he's got that clinical finish to him.
I can't believe you're backing Isak like this. Let me see how many goals Isak has. He scored 2 goals and 1 assist in 10 games.
He just
So
broke his leg. What do you want him to do? Score on the
he
bench?
he's also yeah, fair enough. Okay. Okay, to be fair, he broke his leg a long time ago. But
He broke it like 3, 4 weeks ago, I think, against Tottenham.
yeah. Yeah. But even before that, like when he started Premier League matches, he was not playing that well. And I think
Yeah.
even though
Well, he didn't get a
Savinho
good
has,
preseason either. He got absolutely no preseason, so he's had to be
to
like
be fair,
rotated
that
into
was
the game.
his choice, to be fair. Like he was being very childish by not attending
Yeah.
training. I
Well,
gotta agree with that.
you have to do what you have to do. You saw what Wissa did also to get into Newcastle as well. He did the same thing.
And now he's sitting on the bench for Nick Voltemada. He's
Yeah.
had a pretty unfortunate outcome. But Michael, for this
I'll be
one,
that.
why did you say no?
All right, Jim, question. You think Gakpo's better than Savinho
No.
currently?
No.
Right. So you take Savinho over Gakpo.
Yes.
Okay. And Isak, you're willing to keep Isak and Ekitike, which I think is if you do somehow fit them both into the same 11, they'd be pretty deadly together if they,
Yeah.
you found they were on form and
It
had the formation.
look, it also acts as
Okay. Yeah.
competition because they're competing for their spot, which makes them more determined to get
Yeah.
better and like yeah.
Yeah. So on my side, again, I don't think we need Isak. Like even if Marmoush goes, I think Haaland will be enough. But if Marmoush doesn't go, we've got two strikers that are good enough to pair with each other. And yeah, like you said, I'd take Savinho over Gakpo as well. So there's no reason for me to accept the trade. Yeah.
Okay. And now our last one is Nico Gonzalez plus 50 million for Gravenberch. And just a quick reminder, they are both the same age. So Jimmy said no, Gravenberch is class straight up. So do you want to explain that?
What else do I have to explain?
50 million plus Nico Gonzalez, who's a class player for Gravenberch. And you said no.
Nico Gonzalez is just a filler until like Rodri gets back into full form.
He's been a brilliant filler while Rodri's been injured.
Yeah, he's a good player.
He's not Gravenberch though, and I don't think 50 million is going to do much when you're like a DM missing.
Okay. And Michael, you also said no because you'll just wait till Rodri finds form again, and you think Nico's a good player. So you want to
Yeah, I
explain?
think you two already said it for me. Nico Gonzalez is a good enough player to hold, as you've seen, and I don't really need Gravenberch, and I'll keep the money, and I'll just wait till Rodri comes back. And yeah, you've got rotation there as well. So
Yeah, okay. So that wraps it up, and you both disagreed with many of these, which I'm surprised by. But yeah, that's it. So thanks for
Well,
watching.
different clubs have different needs, so like we can't
exactly.
agree on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Thank you guys for watching, and up the third half.
Up to third half.